There goes Sammy Miller, nice big wave, and you should all the very, very best.
So here at the Banbury Run, one of the standout machines and one of the standout riders is the legend that's Sammy Miller, and you've bought this fabulous, well, familiar with AJS, Sammy, but never seen one like this before. So what's the story?
Well, the reason why you haven't seen one before, it's the only one in the world.
Gotta be why.
So that's that's good. Yeah, I'll give you an excuse. I'll give you a good reason why you're not doing it. Anyway, we were very lucky to get it. Actually, one of the founder members of the Vintage Club, Ian Young.
Okay.
I spoke to him. He's a very staunch supporter of the museum. I said, if you ever know any rare motorcycles or anything, you know, please let us know. And he knew of this Inline 4 AJ 1929.
Wow. Okay.
660cc. Our recluse gentleman had it in Bristol, and Ian worked on him. We managed to agree a price. It was in very bad condition.
Yep.
And we totally restored it in the restoration department. But
Superb.
AJ Stevens, you know, AJ Stevens,
yep.
He owned the factory before he sold it to AJS.
So Wolverhampton, was this a...
Yeah, a Wolverhampton job.
Yeah.
1929, of course, you know what was coming up in the early 30s,
yeah.
the Great Recession.
Yeah.
AJS had, can you imagine the cost involving drawing that up, drawing department, castings, molds, total machining the whole thing, even the frame's very special. Lovely features. If you look here, do you see if you're operating the back brake cable, the cable actually runs up the frame.
Inside the tube?
Inside the frame. Is that lovely?
Yeah.
So what does that one there do?
Yeah.
What does that cable do?
Front brake? No?
No, try again. Oh. How you going, sir? What do you come here often?
I was going to say, you said you could come to my town.
And so that's the stoplight switch.
Oh, right, okay.
So it's quite
Fabulous.
clever.
Yeah.
Stoplight switch. Little oil cooler on here because obviously, even today when I was running, we were running about 30 psi oil pressure, and it was getting hot, so it dropped down to about 20. So they introduced this oil.
That's really neat on the front there.
That cools the oil.
The cylinders further back, do they suffer with overheating a bit on these?
You've always got the problem on inline 4s. The back cylinders get hotter than the front because no cooling. So little Amel carburetor, normal AMC, or AJS, sorry, front forks and hubs.
Excellent.
But lovely little bike, little pannier boxes on here.
Right, so it's 3-speed this then, Sammy?
3-speed, unit construction as you can see, very car orientated. The clutch and the gearbox, car hand change, of course, 3-speed. And coil ignition, which makes it very easy to start and easy to run. So inverted levers, these levers where the cable operates to the inside, they were sort of up until about 1930. They're very neat, but very difficult to work with. Feeding cables through the inside. They dive in here and through the bars, and you definitely wouldn't want to use them in the Scottish 6-day international trial because it would take you all day to change a cable where normally we can do it in a couple of minutes, you know.
But it's twist grip throttle.
Twist grip. This is your air control.
Yep.
See, Miller's got marks on there.
Oh, that's the way. That's the way.
Alzheimer's doesn't set in and he forgets where it is.
Is that your advanced retard?
Advanced retard there.
Yeah.
So when you get the two bloodlines together, you're operational. So there we go.
And what is it like to ride then? It would have made a successful bike, you think, in the day if they'd produced
it would, but you see, in 1929, most of the manufacturers were struggling. The Great Depression was coming up of the 30s. And obviously, if they went into production with that, it would have been far too expensive to sell. And so it was economy models that's the only means of
surviving at that time, really, as a
in the
business.
Great Depression, your only chance was cheap transport, not super luxury, because this would have been an advanced luxury bike in 1929, inline 4, 3-speed unit construction, very advanced. So luckily AJ Stevens sidelined it, but I'm sure it cost them a fortune to get this far and develop it and test it. And it runs remarkably well.
What a bike to bring to the Banbury Run. It's been a pleasure to speak to you, and thank you very much for bringing it, Sammy.
Thank you very much indeed. Pleasure. So here's the next year.
Brilliant.
Pressure gauge.
Let me have a look at the engine.
Yeah.
Go again.
There you go. If you want to slow her down a bit, you'll see that retardant.
Yeah. Tight, isn't it?
Fully retarded.